though. Can't stay in there. How are you celebrating your New Year's? Nope. The new Fiesta Village, they have music and dancing back here. The food back here has been great. They've really redone everything. They've one by one been redoing the whole park. They redid Ghost Town years ago, and some new rides, new coaster in the boardwalk. They redid Fiesta Village for this last summer. Now they're working on Camp Snoopy, which will open for this coming summer. I'm so excited to ring in a new year. I'm ready for a new year. Let's just say 2023 wasn't always the greatest. And I realize that the changing of a year isn't enough, that we all have to make our own magic. And I'm committed to trying to make 2024 the best year possible for me and also for all of you. You can see there's another little Christmas tree back here. Throughout the park, I mean, the whole park is decorated for Christmas. I ran into the general manager of the park, John Storbeck, earlier today, and he was so proud of his team and all the things that they've accomplished here at the park in the last year. I wish I was able to have recorded that because he is such an amazing and talented guy. I'm not going to go back to Camp Snoopy. Instead, we're going to loop back here through Fiesta Village. They had a band here. It looks like they're just wrapping up the band here to kind of push people over to a spot where they can see fireworks. But there was some mariachi type music playing there earlier. Love what they've done here in Fiesta Village. It all just feels so much more manicured now than it did before. It was a little run down before. And they have all new tiles and painting and new restaurants, and they've really redone it all. Restaurants are packed tonight everywhere. Every little kiosk and window is busy because, of course, no park reservations at Knott's, so anybody that wants to come can come, and that means crowds. And Disneyland is still doing reservations, so at a certain point they sell out. So Disneyland is sold out for the day. They have been all week long. So even if you have a ticket, you can't make a reservation if there's no availability. But that's not the case here at Knott's. So the upside down side of park reservations, you can do what you want when there are no reservations, but it could get really super crowded. Little manger scene over here. Well, Darren, it's so great to see your name pop up on the screen. We love you too, and we appreciate your support. Thank you for being so supportive of us over the last year. You know, I'm going to be back at Disneyland on this Friday for another live. I'm hoping to have some of our staff members with me because they've been blocked out, but after the 3rd, they can start coming back, those of them with the highest level pass. So don't worry, we'll have a Disneyland live for you on Friday. But for now, we're Knott's Berry Farming into the new year. Some Mice Chat friends to meet up with. Just a little before midnight, we're going to go to our spot that we've been staking out for about an hour. Quite a few people you will recognize that are there. I've had the best time tonight. I haven't ridden a single attraction. We've just been wandering around from one spot to get food to another. One bar to another, one bakery to another. It's really been absolutely magical. You see, this part of the park is not very busy, but the parts where they have music are packed. Are you wondering what these little boxes are, those of you who don't come to Knott's very often? These are replicas of the original California missions. For example, Mission San Juan Capistrano, that's so famous. Now, many of them are lit. Years ago, they had to restore all of these missions, the models that Knott's always had. And they did, and then they put them out on display. Beautiful. Now, I've got to keep an eye on the time here, because I promised to the crew I'd be back at about 10 till midnight. So I have about 10 minutes to walk you from the front of the park right over here to the back of the park, through that huge crowd that we saw at the beginning of the video. I want you to enjoy all the theming as we walk through, because it's really quite extraordinary what they've done here. And we just couldn't believe ourselves just how much fun we've been having today compared to last year in the rain at Disneyland. But every inch of this park has a little something holiday going on, specialty food, special entertainment, a Snoopy ice show that is one of the most emotionally compelling shows I've ever seen in a theme park. The doves fly from the back of the theater to the front. They had a stage show, Home for the Holidays, in Calico, that later it became a dance party. In the Birdcage Theater, they had melodramas during the day, and then in the evening, they had a magician. So they brought a magician in for New Year's Eve. Just their attention to entertainment is unparalleled. And then, of course, all the live bands that they've been having on the stage, and DJs, and the swing dancing, the specialty foods, and the cocktails. They even had a special buffet today in Spurs, the steakhouse here in Ghost Town. I'm not going to take you by Spurs, but we're going to walk past where it is, and I'm going to point it out to you. Billy Hill and the Hillbillies here earlier. Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies is what they're called. And their last show was at 11 in the Wagon Camp Theater, but they've been playing all season long here at Knott's Merry Farm. My first geode I ever cut as a child was right there. As a kid, my dad took me there. We picked out just the perfect geode, hoping it would have something amazing. There is Spurs right back there. They had a buffet. It was quite expensive, so we decided not to do it, but it was absolutely packed. So I guess they set the price point right. Periodically throughout the night, it snows here. In Calico, it must have snowed recently, because there's the remnants of the snow on the ground. Saw the blacksmith working earlier. Looks like he's done for the night. Look how beautifully lit Ghost Town is. These beautiful popcorn lights everywhere. Most of the lights in the park are lit. Very few burned out bulbs. All right. I promised them I'd be there in about 5 minutes. We're still pretty far away, so I'm going to have to turn on the turbo drive as we go by. I'm going to show you another piece I purchased last week. There it is. I thought this was so whimsical. This octopus mermaid, and the koi fish is a cat. Oh my gosh, I had to have it. So I do. I now have that in my house. Hello, Happy New Year! Long lines to get things like funnel cakes and churros, and did you know they make them fresh here? So they don't just come out of a bag frozen. They're actually making them. Now here's where it's going to get hard, folks. So they may even close the gate here in a second so the train can go. If that happens, I'm going to go the long way. But as we cross over, it's going to get crazy. So I'm going to hold the... I am holding Mice Chat.
Mice Chat. Oh,
Mice
nice.
Chat, yep.
Are you live?
We are live. Say Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody! Have fun! There's the mine train in front of us, and beautiful notch train there, puffing and puffing away. And we are going to have a hard time getting to where we need to go. I may have to go all the way around the long way, even though you can see those beautiful lights up ahead. That's where we're going. But we're not going to be able to make it through. Probably mid-50s right now. But much of the country, of course, down around freezing. So we're lucky here in California. It cleared up, we had some sun, and we had a little more rain. My house. I got here to the park just after lunchtime. So we may get stuck and have to watch. It's really bad coverage tonight because there are so many people here. Knott's isn't like Disneyland, so there are more people and not enough cell phone bandwidth. So hopefully I'm still with you. Oh yeah. The way, but it looks like it is blocked up ahead.